What's up, everyone? It's Shaun here from FF4. We're going to do another short video, this time on our tokens, and dive into some of the subjects surrounding them. There's a few things happening at the moment in the industry legally, but also just want to go over the basics on what the use cases for our tokens are, who has access to them, our token claims for our Defender holders. Just some important stuff, and overall give an update on where things are at. If you've been in our project a while, you're probably aware we have a white paper which explains the token system reasonably well, and if you want you can dive into that. I'm just going to use this here for an example, but I think we'll start off with what tokens do we have, what's their use, who can have them, and the future for those tokens. And so we have a 2-token system, and the first token is XP. So this one here on the left is our reward token, and this is no different to probably what most people are used to seeing in games, where you'll be rewarded with the token when you complete certain tasks within the game. And this is the same for Flight Force 4. You'll earn XP rewards, which there's 2 use cases really for XP. It's one, to purchase in-game items, and they could be anything from skins for weapons themselves, upgrades, armor, different visual traits, and map passes, all sorts of things that, attachments for weapons. There's going to be so many, thousands of items that you can use this XP on, but you'll also be able to swap XP for our Force token. Now, our Force token is just like any other cryptocurrency, where you can swap it for other coins. You might want to swap it for Matic or Ethereum or a stable coin. But there's also a lot of other use cases for Force, and one of them will be, again, being able to purchase NFTs, but these will be like premium NFTs. So there'll be things like special weapons, special items, characters, vehicles, all the things that you can't get using XP, you'll be able to get with Force. And so these will be things that give you an advantage in the game, or they're extremely rare, things like that. So the other things you'll be able to use Force for are the 2 game modes. So XP is our token for free to play, and Force token is our token that you use in our high stakes game modes, domination and tournament modes. And so this is where you'll put up your tokens that you've earned or bought, and you'll play against others, and you'll risk those tokens. So if you do well in the game, you'll earn more of these Force tokens. If you lose, you're going to lose your tokens. So there's a lot of risk involved, but it adds something fun. People, even if it's only a small amount of tokens, people like playing for something when there's a little bit more on the line than just clout. So that's another use case. There'll be staking, but there's loads of uses for both of these tokens. These are just the basics, because otherwise I could be here all day talking. But those are the tokens that we're using. And here, if you want, you can check out the supply. You can check out what each is used for, XP uses, Force uses. And so this is also leads me into who has access to these tokens. Now, at the moment, anyone can earn XP in our Discord, and you can use that to redeem for NFTs that we have. So we have Serum Defenders, Helios Defenders, and once you get to 300 XP, you can actually redeem them for those NFTs, which is pretty cool. You can earn XP from chatting, spending time in the Discord. You can take part in rumbles, you can take part in competitions, meme competitions, artwork competitions. We've always got stuff going on, games nights, Twitter posts. There's just so many things that you can earn XP for, and you can either spend them like on redeeming NFTs, real NFTs that are worth money or worth crypto, and also you can hold on to that XP. And so if you've got XP, once we launch the game, you'll be able to transfer that XP into the game. Force token is a little different. You need to own an OG, a Helios, or a Serum Defender, and you will have access to a token claim for Force. Now, this will be when we launch the token eventually. And so the the allocations are very different. OG defenders, they get a 50,000 token claim, which is huge. Helios get 6,250 and Serum get 5,000, and this is each. And so this will be dispersed over a period of time once we launch the token. So whoever's holding that NFT will get the claim for the next, they might be monthly claims. And so whoever's owning that NFT, when the snapshot's taken and you go to the claim portal, if you own the NFT, you can claim those tokens for that month. It'll be something like that. But we need to get this right and legally get this right so that we don't cause any problems for our holders, for one, but also the project, which leads me into the legal side of things. So we have a bunch of options. We have got 2 tokens. If we need to, we can use XP, and basically we would give the equivalent in value of XP to our Defender holders as an airdrop, and they can then go purchase NFTs or they can swap to Force later. But that's one option we can use to avoid any legal issues or repercussions. But also we have some other options which we're building right now, and we will be able to release some details on in the next few weeks, which is pretty exciting. It's going to be awesome. I'll give a little bit of alpha. We're building a wallet, which we had to build anyway for the game, but also a platform, and I'll leave it at that. But it's going to be really big. So, back to the legal side, the regulation side. If you've been keeping up with the news at the moment in Web3, is that just recently the SEC in the United States came out and had a giant list of tokens that they now deem as securities. So they've made it clear, well, not very clear, but recently they've made it clear that they don't deem Ethereum as a security and they don't deem Bitcoin as a security. But they've come up with this giant list of tokens that have some huge projects in there, Cardano, Polygon, Sandbox. All of their tokens are on this list, and these are big tokens. These are millions and millions of dollars have been invested into these tokens, and there's a lot of holders, there's a lot of uses, there's a lot of businesses using these blockchains and platforms that are relying on the token doing well. So it has a big impact. And as you might have seen, the result is that those tokens have all plummeted. Granted, the whole market has been down recently, but I think we've seen a 20 or 30% drop in the last week or two since the SEC announced that news. So these decisions are coming out of nowhere, and people are scared. And when they're scared, they don't want to buy something, and more than likely they're probably going to sell something just so they don't get caught up in anything, they don't lose money. So it causes widespread panic. It causes the rest of the world, even though this is just the United States making these rulings, they presume, what happens if our country decides to follow what the United States are doing? And that's what the problem here is no one knows what's going on. At any moment, someone could come out and change the rule, and then everyone follows that. It's going to take a long time to get some real clarity, but I'm hoping that in the next 3 to 6 months we start seeing some standards set and obvious guidelines on what you can use a token for, who can have it, how you disperse it, and what it can be used for. It's just at the moment not clear enough. The market sucks anyway, so for now we won't be launching our token until all these things are resolved, or at least there's a lot more clarity about it and the market improves. There's no point in us launching our token until the game's out anyway, other than maybe people wanting to speculate on the price, but I can guarantee you right now it would not do well. It's just the wrong market for launching tokens unless you are billion-dollar funded. Even all these big multi-million-dollar funded projects, these layer one blockchains, which come out and the price spikes and then dive bombs not long after. It's always been the trend for crypto, but the last thing you want is it happening to a smaller project where that actually has a big effect on whether the project can keep building and producing the product that they have promised. And so we don't want to take that risk. We don't want to have our holders, we want people to do well. We want the project to do well. We want all our holders and investors to do well. So we're going to be doing everything possible to make sure that that is where the project's headed, getting legal consult, coming up with plan A, plan B, plan C, which is what we're doing. And so, we'll play this by ear as it comes, and hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months, both the market and the regulation side of things is cleared up and improves. So for now, we're just going to hold fire. Rest assured, if you're holding one of our characters, you will get these tokens. Now, like I said, we have Plan B with XP. We have all sorts of things. We can actually launch our game without the Force token, and bring it in later when it makes more sense. We can launch the game and use stablecoins and our XP token. There's no issues there. We have a very flexible revenue model. We have, like I said, Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. So don't worry, these tokens are going to be delivered and distributed when it's best suited, and we want to make sure that everyone wins when that happens. So at the moment, pretty good time to be buying up and holding. So yeah, hopefully this explains a bit on our tokens. This one's not really been the shortest video, but it is quite a technical subject, and even just with the regulation side, no one has the answers at the moment. No one yet has come up with the perfect solution, and that's what everyone's scared of. Is it's mostly an experiment, and hoping that following these very sort of broad guidelines that you get it right. And it's not a simple thing to do. So bear with us, but just know that we're working on plans behind the scenes, and we've this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, hopefully you either learned something or enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, please ask in the comments, get in our Discord. If you've got any suggestions, maybe you're part of a project that has got a token and they have some promising stuff they're working on. We don't have all the answers. No one does. It's better that we all work together and come up with a system that works. And then, when people do start getting this right, we're going to see more projects being successful, and that's only a good thing for the industry. So yeah, any suggestions are welcome. Like anything with the project we're building, we want our community involved, and we want to have all sorts of feedback, positive or negative. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Take care, and we'll have another one of these very soon. But for now, enjoy the game, enjoy the free mint, and we'll talk to you soon.